Well, hello and a very warm welcome back to the Andrew Eborn Show with me, Andrew Eborn. And yet again, we're on Babba's boat. How are you, Babba?
We're doing so good.
We love this. And what I love about this is the new incarnation of the Andrew Eborn Show. We've combined with peace and love. Tell us about this initiative.
Okay, so we make things from decommissioned weapons, like my ring, like my bracelet.
So what was hold that ring up because we get a nice little close-up of this.
This was an AK-47 and it got turned, the wood got separated and I turned it into this piece that I never take off. And these were bullets. And here in London, we make things from knives. And the money goes to fight knife crime.
And I love that because you've adapted that sort of principle to trouble. It's the biggest trouble that we've got at the moment in the UK,
it's huge.
In London at the moment, is knife crime. So what you're doing, you're basically decommissioning, if you like,
Yes.
the knives, and you're turning them into something positive jewelry, and people can actually buy them. Tell us about that.
High-end products, so we're unashamedly expensive because the money's going to go to good. So just like Bulgari or Cartier have their prices, Peace and Love has their prices because our money gets reinvested back into the community and all the peace initiatives we're doing.
And what I love about this, I always say, when the power of love surpasses the love of power, that's how we get peace. And you and I have united.
I love that.
Isn't that good?
I love that.
And this is what I love. So we invite people to come along. We've got the great and the good from the industry. We've got musicians. We've got people from the fashion world. We've got magic coming up as well. And we've got the best backdrop in London. If I can swirl you round here. Over there is the bridge. Isn't that glorious? It's been closed for a very, very long time. We've got a few of your boats, a few of your fleet of boats over there as well. There's a little wave. We've got the cast. Elvis is in the building. We're going to be speaking from him later. We've also got the Peace Pagoda, quite appropriately,
Peace Pagoda.
over there, the Peace Pagoda in Battersea Park, which is wonderful. But your journey itself, tell me about your journey, because it's quite extraordinary. And it all started with a spider. Tell me about that.
So we got bitten by a spider in Mozambique.
A violin spider.
That's why I'm wearing these glasses. Shout out to the doctor at the hospital. And that's why we're here. And so normally we'd be dropping in, but actually we decided we'd convert the boats and use them for as many events as we could.
And you say bitten by, that's serious stuff. It wasn't just a little bite and then your thing
No,
goes
it's
down.
proper serious.
So tell me what happened.
So we didn't realize it was a spider bite. We thought it was a mosquito bite. And by the time I was taken into hospital, I was unconscious and stuff. And luckily, the amazing Mozambican doctors recognized what it was. And then I spent months and months in the hospital there. And now here I'm being seen by the doctors here. So
And your loss, their loss is our gain, effectively. But it was really serious. I mean, your health at some stage, because there was also a monkey involved.
yes, we held an infected monkey. Don't do that.
Don't hold infected monkeys.
Which we took to the vet. It got put down and all of that infection went into my wounds of the spider. So I'm very, very lucky to be alive. And I'm a deeply positive person. And they say that when you're bitten, great things happen. And you survive. Well, that's what's happening. Great things are happening. That's our boat that just arrived a few weeks ago.
We've got this one, the Sarita.
And that's going to be the Peace and Love boat, another one. So
Okay.
we'll be doing stuff on there.
Lovely.
We're going to be converting it. We're getting that pier over there.
The pier is going to be ours as well.
Down there by Chelsea Bridge.
I love it.
And so, I actually feel it's a wonderful thing.
It's
that
a
we got
wonderful.
Hinton.
And what I love about it, we always talk about fee. The other thing I always say.
I love the fee.
As a fee is a fair exchange of energy. So what we try to do, we encourage all sorts of people from all walks of life will be coming on board. So also, and I was discussing a little bit earlier, the people who subscribe to the Andrew Eborn Show, every week we're going to pick a special person.
I love that.
Isn't that good?
So we don't know who's going to come and join us.
And they can come and eat and be merry and drink and meet all the celebs. So if you'd like to do that, subscribe now. Press that click button now. Follow me at Andrew Eborn, at Octopus TV. And also...
Babba, you'd have to swim over and find us with the seals.
Oh, there are seals. I saw on your social media.
You saw that there's a seal and there's 3 of them. And they're our only neighbours. So, yeah.
Brilliant stuff. On socials, how can people follow you as well?
They don't.
Don't follow Babba. I will let you know the details. I will let you know how to get involved.
Because here we like to keep the mystique.
Well, it is the secret.
You've got to come and, be invited and come to the boats. And
Special
people
VIP
love that.
invitation. They do love that. And we've got a wonderful eclectic group. I'll tell you who we got tonight. We've got some fantastic musicians. We've got magicians. We've also got we've also got a comedian, Bobby
it.
Davro. Can you believe?
Come
On TV all
on.
the time. We've got Bobby Davro. We've got fashion designers. They're all fighting backstage. It's all hilarious. But by the end of it, we're going to have a lot of peace. I want to introduce us to our first guest. We've got over here Erwin and also
Wearing my fabulous Chinese hat.
Gaynor as well. Fantastic. Big round of applause. Hurrah! Welcome. Fantastic. You can share the mic. I love the hat. Welcome on board the Andrew Eborn show. Now, you are a legend in the music industry because you have worked, you probably know this, you've worked with everybody who's everybody, from Jamiroquai to the Spice Girls to Take That. Tell us about you and how you started.
Well, I started at an early age in South Africa. I was born in South Africa because I wanted to be near my mother for feeding and things like that.
Yeah. That's a
Then-
line you've used before. I bet she
And
loved
then-
you so much she slapped you when you first came in.
Exactly.
It's got to be good.
Exactly. I came to England in 79,
Okay.
a long time ago, hoping to team up with a lot of people, and it's been pretty good. I've worked with more than 100 famous artists, toured with them, recorded with them, and the last big tour I did was with the Temptations. I did a big
Aren't the
show.
Temptations wonderful?
Amazing. We did Europe 5 years in a row. We did
5 years.
European tours. And then recently, when I was doing all this, I met Gaynor, got married.
Well, where did you meet? I love a love story.
We do love story.
Well, it was a bit of a love story. We met on the escalators at the Hilton.
Things were going up. I love it.
He was going up, I was going down. And I think it's changed since
I
then.
think, is that fair on your relationship? Is that how you view it? It looks good. You met on the escalators. So who used the first word and what was it?
Oh, the first word.
Can't remember.
Can't remember that.
It's too long ago.
It was a long time ago.
It was.
It might be cheeky.
Yeah, it was.
Anyway, he invited me over to listen to his recordings. Let's
Come
put
and
it
see
that
my
way.
etchings. Is that
Exactly. My music agents.
right? So what did he play you that first time? Because he's got such an eclectic mixture that he's worked with.
He played me lots of his original recordings because he was writing at the time with trumpeter John Thurkel, and
Yeah.
we had a writing partnership, and they were writing some beautiful things. So he was showcasing his
Yeah.
beautiful original songs.
Oh,
and
wonderful. So
eventually, I recorded a couple of them.
so you're also a singer and you've appeared with many bands yourself. Talk to me about some of those.
I've been very fortunate to have worked with some amazing artists. I've worked with Gloria Gaynor, Sister Sledge. I've toured with Rick Astley.
I love Rick. I had a lunch with him down in Cannes. He is such a nice guy. And the Rick rolling introduced him to a whole new generation. My children even know Rick.
Absolutely, and it was just after that his career
After having lunch with you.
Exactly.
it took off, and we started working with him, and he started touring. So that was
So you sing with Rick as well with the band.
I have done. I don't currently, but I have done.
Tell
for
them
quite
about
some
our trip
time.
to Manila, where
we
Rick
had-
was headlining.
We had an amazing trip to Manila. We were touring with Rick Astley, and we were working at this big event in Singapore, and Rick was headlining, but who was on the bill? It was an amazing bill. It was the Pussycat Dolls, it was Alicia Keys, and it was Jason Mraz, and then Rick Astley was topping the bill, and it was just the most amazing night. Amazing to be backstage, getting ready next to Pussycat Dolls. But I have to say,
I agree, by the way.
it was quite depressing because I really thought. I pulled the stops out. I was looking my best, and then out came the Pussycat Dolls, and I was so depressed.
Amazing. Well, you've both worked with so many amazing artists. What is the secret of success working with artists? Because you're dealing with so many different temperaments and things like that. What's the secret?
Cheap? No.
You're cheap but always available. It's got to be good.
No. I think the secret is definitely, obviously, being good enough, reliable, but the main thing is being able to make artists feel like you're in their team,
Right.
because it's really hard, and a lot of people don't understand this. But it would be like playing for Chelsea in the morning, and Man United in the afternoon.
Or
You keep on
Arsenal
working.
somewhere foreign at the
Exactly,
moment. It's got to be
exactly.
good. Yes.
Because every time you work with a different artist, you have to make them feel that you understand their music, what they want, how they're trying to reach the audience. And I think that's been the secret, investing properly in what you do.
And I always say, people, at the end of the day, we're all the same. We're not on the same boat. We're on the same river with
Yes.
different boats. And if you prick me, do I not bleed? If you tickle me, do I not laugh? People like people. And the people who last a long time in this industry are those who get on well with people.
Exactly.
Tell me about some of the artists you've met. Who are your favourites and why?
It's really hard when you've done. I mean, there's been over 100
I know.
artists, but I think I think certainly one that stands out is Benny King.
Okay.
After he left the Drifters, he came to London and he asked me to tour with him to put a band together. He's one of the loveliest people I've ever worked with. He just knew how to make everyone feel like they were really important to him. His tour was amazing. He was amazing. The other one I just thought of was Errol Brown. We toured
Oh, I love
Australia with
Erwin
Errol,
Brown. Fantastic.
and him as well. He's such a lovely man. Yeah, but to be honest with you, it's a bit unfair to single one
Oh,
out.
no, absolutely.
The only ones I won't talk about are the one or two that I would never work with
And
again.
why would that? You don't say who they were, but why wouldn't you work with them again? Just to give a subtle hint. We might be able to piece together the jigsaw. Who wouldn't you work with and why?
Well, right. I'm not going to say names, but one of the artists was so racist,
Okay.
a black artist who was so racist that I refused to talk to him for the rest of the tour.
Racist in what way? As a black artist, they didn't
As
like
a black
the
artist,
fact that you were white.
That the band was white
Right.
and derogatory. All the other artists on the bill were also black, by the way.
Right.
And I mean, it was a fantastic tour. Candy Staton was on the tour. I mean, it was an amazing Weather Girls.
Oh, brilliant!
It
It's
was-
raining men.
It was yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that
It
was
a
difficult. So
fantastic tour, and one artist just stood out as being on the wrong side of.
And it's
of-
such a shame, isn't it? I mean, what we try to do, and this
Yeah.
is the great initiative that we have on the Andrew Eborn Show with Peace and Love, is basically get rid of all those divisions. It doesn't matter what colour, what creed, there is so much division in the world.
Exactly.
And as I say, the more less war, the better. So we're going to encourage people to have those debates here. The more extreme views, we'll try and get both extremes and try and find that middle ground, because
Exactly.
that's the way we get resolution,
Well,
isn't it?
coming from South Africa.
Yes.
And leaving South Africa during apartheid, I understood. I had no problem about it, and I've never had
Right.
any problem with any artist. And I've worked more with black artists than white artists. I love soul music, and so it's steered me in that direction. That's been my favorite things. But I've worked with so many, and even in South Africa, when we weren't allowed to, all the white musicians and black musicians, white art, were working together behind closed doors illegally,
Right.
and it was just amazing. Eventually, of course, it all stopped. But
No, absolutely. Well, very good friends of mine in South Africa, Ivor Harburger, who worked for Gallo.
I know.
You don't know Ivor? He did say
agree.
when. So shout out to Ivor. So look down the camera.
Ivor.
Ivor will love that. But he's a heavyweight. Tell me about Ivor. What's your favourite story about Ivor?
I don't have, because I didn't work personally with him, but I knew him because he was obviously in charge and around
He
a lot
was.
of the time. But yeah, he was one of the really good guys.
Well, he asked me to send the very best to you from South
Thank
Africa.
you.
The other person is a very good friend of mine. It's a chap called Errol Musk. And Errol, you won't know necessarily. His son is somebody called Elon, who may. But Errol is a very good friend of mine who's just celebrated his 80th birthday. I'm going to be going over to celebrate with him. He's invited me over.
Fantastic.
And he's a regular on the Andrew Eborn Show, so he will be watching this as well. But it is interesting that the changes in South Africa that you have seen, and Errol was one of the people who fought for getting rid of the terrible situation with apartheid. You lived during that era. What was the darkest moment for you, and what was the resolution?
Well, I think the darkest moment was the final realization that I didn't want to be in this toxic environment, which was not caused by the people. It was caused by a government who just continued down a really bad path. And I always knew that it would come right one day. I was very pleased it did. And in fact, Gaynor was with me the first time I went back after it had been abandoned. And she can tell you, walked into a shopping center and I burst into tears
Right.
because seeing normalization, which should have been all my life, fortunately, my dad, when I was growing up, we would see things and he'd say, that's not right. So he always gave me a sense of what's right and what's wrong. And I decided I didn't want to live and bring up a family in that environment. And that's why I came to England.
No, absolutely. And what I love, I mean, music is the common language at the moment. They say, however, there was a lot of division. We had the Eurovision Song Competition very recently. A number of people didn't take part because of the situation in Israel. What was your view of Eurovision this year?
Well, I am not a huge fan of Eurovision only from a musical point of view. However, from a community point of view, I think it's phenomenal. What I can't understand is why the UK keeps going back
Yes.
to come last.
Poor old Sam Battle. I was speaking about him.
I mean, I think
Look, mum, no computer. Look, mum, no votes.
I think the UK should pull out because it would be much poorer without the UK, even though we keep coming last.
Well, no, but the thing is, we didn't. We used to be the top. We used to have five times
Exactly.
we've won it with Sandy Shore and Bucks Fizz, obviously brilliant. My good friend Katrina and the Waves. They was the last
Yeah.
time we won it
Yeah.
was 1997. It's rather like the World Cup, isn't it? We would always talk about 1966. Well, she was brilliant. 1997.
I was there.
Oh, you were there. Oh,
there.
tell me about that.
Oh, I don't remember a lot about it. It was a long time ago, but a very good friend of mine was singing with Katrina at the time.
Who was your friend? Who's your friend?
Miriam Stockley.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah, so she's worked with everyone in the business.
Well, Katrina told me, not confidentially, so I have to say, it almost broke the band up because they thought it would affect their credibility by taking part in Eurovision. Is that fair comment?
In some circles, it's fair comment, but Eurovision is a lovely country to country thing. I just wish it was a bit less biased.
Yeah, I think you have to take the politics out of it, don't you? And the other thing you have to do is to turn around and we've got the best songwriters in the world here. We've got McCartney and Lennon. You've got Adele over here now. We've got all the sort of current ones, all the various artists that you've worked with. We should be showing off the best, shouldn't we?
We should, but I think because we keep coming last, I don't think they're going to get involved.
Well, Boy George tried to take part this year.
I know.
So you've also worked with the Spice Girls.
Yes.
What's the most outrageous story you have dealing with them?
Oh, there's lots. Well, I'll tell you my saddest story about dealing with them is we wrote a song for them, and we didn't really think they were going to get to where they got to, which was incredible. I mean, 10 out of 10 for that. And they wrote a rap in our song. And we said to them, we didn't want it.
No rap,
so,
okay.
No rap. So then they said, well, then they're not going to record.
Oh, no, what was the song?
It's called We're Going to Make It Happen. We've actually got a recording of them singing it.
Okay.
Without the rap.
Never released.
It was, no, it's never been released.
Wow. Well, here, exclusive on the Andrew Eborn Show. We'll play it now. How does it go? Sing us a bit.
I'm not going to sing.
Do you know how it goes?
We're gonna make it happen. That's all I can remember.
Yeah, that's it.
And the rap bit?
I have no idea about the rap.
Well, we should have let them have the rap bit because they might have put it on there.
I'll tell you what, when they get together again, because I missed the opportunity. Actually. What a great voice. I love it. Well, but so that song's available then. Nobody's sung that so far. We're going to make it happen. What a great name to do that. If you're interested in recording that, you can get in touch. Now, tell us, you're going to be playing all sorts of things tonight.
Yeah.
Before, I'm going to come back to you, have a little chat in between. Tell us about how you normally perform together.
Well, how we have normally performed together for many years is that we've worked with so many artists together. Erwin as musical director and guitarist, and then myself as a backing vocalist. And then I got to a stage where I hung up my high heels and stopped doing it for a while. And I was missing singing. And Erwin got me back involved. And we've been working together as a duo and enjoying, I mean, so much enjoying singing again. We're enjoying performing together. And it's all the years we worked together, we never worked like this. And we also have a band called Fire featuring Erwin, which is guitar led. But the wonderful thing is that our two daughters, who also sing, are in the band. So we have
good
three
family affair.
singers in the band. And
A shout out for them. What are their names?
yeah, Lauren Keiles and Ilana Keiles. Hopefully they're watching. Hi girls.
And while we're doing shout outs, our next gig, so we kind of a Earl Clue, George Benson-y, but we play a lot of soul music,
Okay.
and bit of jazz and everything. And we usually we perform at jazz venues. Our next one is at the Pizza Express. Can
I love it.
say that?
Yeah, of course you can.
Pizza Express.
Pizza's going to be free forever.
Pizza Express, 10th of July.
Which Pizza Express? There's a few
Pizza
of them.
Express in
So the Pheasantry or the Pheasantry. I love the Pheasantry. We
Chelsea.
do that with Phoenix 360. It's a regular gig for us. So what date is it?
10th of July.
10th of July.
Pheasantry, Pizza Express.
And if you can say you get a free
featuring
pizza.
Erwin.
Oh, fantastic. Definitely be there as well. Before you go, though, what's been your proudest moment? I'll get that from both of you.
Oh, there've been too many. I guess the proudest moment has been, I don't know, there's been too many. I mean, there've been so many fabulous highlights. I played on some of the Take That stuff, Million Love Songs.
So,
remember
what
that?
did you play? You played the
So
guitar on
I
that?
played
Fantastic.
guitar on that. So, for example, when that hit the charts, we all went out and celebrated. I
Where
mean,
did you go to celebrate?
I can't remember.
It must have
It
been
was
good.
cheap.
It must have been good. But that's good.
But so there've been lots of highlights, and I've toured with so many people, not only in the UK, all over Europe, Far East, Middle East, everywhere. So and Australia.
And was
3
Robbie in that
times.
one?
Yes,
And how was Robbie's relationship with the band at that stage?
very good. Everyone, no, it was all very happy at that point.
What do you think went wrong?
The boy band. Egos. It's always going to be difficult. I was in the studio with
Right.
Ian Levine when
Yes.
they were being auditioned.
Oh, is that right? And how many people did you sit through?
About 20.
Okay, that's not so many.
But I didn't think Robbie would get in, but Ian really liked Robbie.
Why didn't you think Robbie would get in?
I just thought, I don't know. I thought vocally I couldn't see how he'd fit in, but Ian liked his vocal and liked the way he looked. Thought that he was a good presence in.
Well,
the
he was the
band.
cheeky monkey, wasn't he?
He was.
He was the cheeky one in the same
Yeah.
way as the real monkeys.
Well,
they had that sort
the
of
thing
stuff.
is, his dad was a pub singer.
Yes.
So he had that little bit of experience
Bit of swagger.
stagecraft and
Yeah.
more than the other guys. Yeah.
Oh, it's extraordinary. I mean, it's nice to see him back again, but he is now a phenomenal superstar, isn't he?
Oh,
What's been your proudest moment, Gaynor?
Oh, well, I think I've had so many working with artists really and feel very privileged to have been able to do something that I love for my living. But I think my proudest moment has been when I've been working on stage with my daughters.
Oh, that's
And the whole family, it's a family band, and that has been so special that our girls are all grown up and we can actually work
it is special.
together,
It is.
work on harmonies together, work on songs together, and it's such a special thing that we're able to do.
Well, it is really special. Biggest regret then?
I don't live with life with regret.
There's a song
I
there
don't have-
somewhere. There must be
no.
one. There must be a
My biggest
moment you
regret
wish you'd
was
done
not
something differently.
replacing The
Yeah.
Spice Girl thing, because
Okay.
I think we would have owned this boat.
You would have.
The
Yeah,
other boats.
I could do the Andrew Evil show on your boat. So didn't embrace the. Okay, what's your biggest regret?
That's a difficult one to answer.
We haven't had many
No,
regrets.
not
We've
really.
had a very,
No
very
regrets, really.
positive and
Very positive.
good.
And finally, then, many years from now, how would you like people to remember you?
I would like them to remember me as being. I've probably played with more artists than any other single musician in England.
Name
And that-
name a few. Just get them all going.
Shalimar. It's just hard. A few that you've already said.
Jamiroquai.
Jamiroquai.
Take that.
Take that.
Gloria Gaynor.
Yeah.
I'm going to go
But
for
I
the
mean-
cuddly toy. You remember that show? Boyzone. Help him out here.
They help me out. Yeah, there's been just so many, and it's been tour after tour after
Right.
tour. Some tours have been 3 or 4 or 5, 6 artists on some tours, and touring all over the world with these people. Rick Astley, as you said,
Yes.
lovely man, but so many have. I mean, I've worked with the Supremes many times after Diana Ross left them, but when her daughter came over to do her first ever tour here, we did that. It was last year. So
that's going to be, you're like to be remembered as the man who remembered all those people, performed with all these fantastic artists.
and didn't tell any bad stories.
And you
about
never
them.
told any bad stories about that, other than that one person, and the biggest regret about. And what about yourself?
Who have I worked
No,
with?
what is going to be your legacy?
Oh gosh, my legacy. Again,
Hard one.
yeah, hard one.
Yeah.
The man who
Because
wore
we
the
don't-
hat.
We
Yeah.
don't. Yeah. The man that wore
Yeah,
the
my
hat.
legacy is that I married the man that made it all happen.
That's lovely.
Very nice.
I said that's very
Hold on a
nice.
second, that's
Oh,
okay. Hang on, come
oh,
on, you.
come on! This is a glorious
That was
touching.
good.
You wanted love on the boat.
I wanted love on the love boat. It's going to be good. Very good. I thank you very much indeed. We're
Thank you.
lovely to
And
see
I'm going to
you.
give one more shout out.
One more
because
shout out.
there's
Go
one
for it.
person that has helped us so much,
Yes.
and it's that.
And he's
man
coming
over
up here.
there.
It is the man who is the wonderful Elvis Presley. He's going to be coming up after the break. We're going to have a little bit more music. Do not touch that dial. Before you do that, don't forget to subscribe, because you too could join us on the boat next time. Subscribe now, become a member. We're going to pick somebody at random, and it could be you. Don't touch that dial. There you go, one more time for Flames! Not a Flames!
It's not even on.
Fantastic, we're going to be hearing from them a little bit later. Mary Martin, you were singing your lungs out to that. Welcome on board, fashion designer Mary Martin. Tell us your story, Mary, because we met and you basically was explaining that when you first, very little, you were sent to an orphanage. Talk to me about your story.
Oh, do you want to know how I
Yes.
met you? Oh, sorry,
No, well, I want to talk about your childhood, that
right.
whole sort of thing, the thing that makes you into the creative force
Okay.
that you are today.
Okay, so I was brought up in a children's home. Dr. Bernard.
Hello, everybody. Hello. Welcome on to the love and peace of love. Was it peace and love? Peace and love. Sorry.
Balbir is going to say some words. Over to Balbir.
Come. Babba, come to the front for a second. Tell everybody what you do. Give this lady a round of applause. And there's Henry as well. And Dandria, come to the front. Just tell everybody what you do on this beautiful boat.
We have a great time, don't we? And there's a myth on the river that the police aren't allowed to cross. So, what we're saying is we have a great time. We don't advertise.
Oh, nice.
Our guests, our name is the Seals, and the rest is you have to find out by being invited on. That's how we keep the mystery going, guys. Well, peace and love.
Very good.
Where's Andrea?
I'm here. Oh, hello. Very good.
Give Andrea a round of applause because this is a visionary that came to the boat after meeting Babba and Deandra for about 30 seconds.
It was 30 seconds.
30 seconds.
I thought it was about 29, actually, but that's okay.
And then he goes, guess what? We're going to do a party on the
We
boat.
love it.
And give her a round of applause.
Thank
If
you.
you want to get involved in anything that we do.
It's great. What I love about this, and we talked about, I don't need both of these, we can do this directly to things. What I love about this is that we get the great and the good will be joining. Now, I don't want to use the other mic. This is good. This is working. This is working for the live stream. That sounds awful on a live stream. I know what I'm doing. At least somebody does. It's going to be good. What I love about this, Babba was talking about this earlier, we're going to be bringing people onto the boat for the live edition of the Andrew Eborn show, the great and the good. We've got, what have we? We've got Amar, big round of applause for Amar. We've got Hayley Palmer.
Whoa.
We've got Danny Lambo. Jim Montgomery Anderson. We've got Adam B, the neurodivergent magician. We've got the best Elvis that ever there was. I love it. We've got our friends Flame. You're going to be hearing more from them, but we've also got a little bit earlier on, we've got the wonderful Dame Mary Martin. Please give her a huge round of applause. Dame Mary Martin.
Yay.
You have to film that side because the sun's behind you.
The sun's behind. Here we go. Come over here. Very good. Dame Mary Martin, what a wonderful introduction. That was very good. We love that Balbir, he just pops up everywhere. I always say, he's like, do you remember that film, Finding Nemo film? He's a little bit like Dory. He'll keep popping up everywhere, which is glorious. You've had an extraordinary life. It started off quite tough. Tell me about that.
I was brought up in a children's home up in Wales. I was in about 10 different children's homes. When you put in a children's home, they cast you aside. You're on the waste. But, I fought forward. I couldn't read and write up until the age of, up until the age of 5 years ago. And I went to the adult centre and done a maths and English. And then I went to the LCCA and did a HND. And from there I went straight to the University of East London to do my fashion course, and I passed my degree. So from there onwards...
Isn't that good? But that's what we love about it. So that they call you, or you call yourself, the Black Vivienne Westwood.
Exactly.
And you're now a dame. How did that come about?
Oh, well, before the dame, last year, was it 2025?
That was last year.
No.
Nothing like a day.
There we go.
So it was last year, 2025, January 2025. First of all, January 2025, I was called over to Ghana with my friend Armel.
Armel, yeah.
Yeah, and they made me the Queen of the Ewe Kingdom, Mama Nenyo the First. So myself and Armel was there. We had a great time. Actually, the chief, Abataka, the fourth.
Abataka the fourth.
Abataka the fourth. He's been buried today because he
Oh.
passed away. So I'd like to send my
Oh, of
condolences
course.
to his family and everybody over in Accra. Mama Nenyo the first, Queen of the Airway Kingdom. So that's what happened to me last year in January. And then when I came back to London, I was made the Dame for the Dame of the Order of St. George in May. And then in July, they called me and I had an honorary doctorate from Africa and Asia. And then I went back to Ghana in November. And then I had Fashion Icon of the Year. Oh, by the way, I'm a fashion designer, international. And then I came back to London from Ghana and I opened the London Parade for the Mayor of London. And that's where I am now. And now I'm here with you.
You are now here with me. And we met a number of years ago. You worked on a number of TV shows together, which was great. What I love is that even in lockdown, we were having fun. Tell me about that.
Oh, well, I met Andrew on, he was doing this, what's that thing called with the video and the people are on the stage?
Television.
No,
no,
There
was. Was it live on stage? That's right.
No, the people are on the stage, but they're not there. You brought back Elvis.
Oh, I did. That's right. Hologram.
I met Andrew on one of his hologram events, and we hit it off. And Andrew used to manage me. Until we had a little mishap with a certain cameraman. We were saying no names.
Nobody's high maintenance like fashion people, but that's okay. It's good.
Andrew looked after me. He really looked after me well, and he showed me a lot of things I could do in life with my fashion and everything, and he really helped me a lot. And me and Andrew kept friends. I thought he was an amazing guy. He's the most talented man that I've ever met. Yeah, very talented. He's paying me for this. No, he's the most talented guy. Yeah, we really hit it off. When he gave me ideas, I gave him ideas, and we were a really good team. And then we went on to do the Andrew Eborn show in COVID.
Yes.
So we were doing we were doing a TV show from our homes when COVID was here, and I was doing quick fashion, which always was disastrous and always went wrong, but it went really well. And the audience, we had a great audience. Everybody loved the show, and that's how I met Andrew.
But that's what I loved about it. So rather, don't bin it, spin it was the idea. So you'd take all these fantastic phrases, you could use it. Yeah. What I loved about it, you can take all these items that people were not using in lockdown, but getting people to do these activities. So you were remote. We had to be remote. We had a studio up somewhere in North London, and I was filming from there. Exactly. But you would then get a challenge like make me a jacket, which we then show on show, which is brilliant. Exactly. Lovely energy. Now you have wonderful things this year, apart from getting the damehood as well. You said goodbye to the Lord Mayor. Tell me about the Lord Mayor.
Oh, the Lord Mayor of Westminster, Paul Dingleby.
Well, close.
Yes. What is it?
Paul's good.
Paul. Anyway, he asked me to come in January to open the show for the London Parade, which they closed Parliament, Bond Street, Oxford Circus. We walked all the way. It was about like a 40-minute walk, and the clothes and the models, my African clothes and my African queens, all came pounding out of that. On New Year's Day.
Yeah, and it was essentially, and you have got some iconic things. We've done a number of live events together.
Yeah.
Talk me about some of your iconic images. There was Cecil the Lion, for example, which was sensational. And you've also dressed a number of celebrities. Tell me about those.
So, Cecil the Lion dress was one of the dresses which really impact the world, because Cecil the Lion, he was a lion which was killed up in Zimbabwe by one of the hunters.
It was a trophy hunter, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was a trophy hunter. And I saw the lion, I'm not being funny, but I don't really like animals, but I did see the lion on the BBC coming towards the screen, and I fell in love with the lion. So I made a tribute to Cecil the Lion, which was a black dress with a tulle all around the neck as the lion's mane, and sequins down here with the silky the other tool which I used. It was a black sequins and black tool and loads of tool around the neck for the lion, and that went viral worldwide. And then from there on in, people just liked Mary Martin London.
But they love it. And also, I mean, you're dressing people like Heather Small.
Yeah, Heather Smalls. I've dressed some American actresses, and I'm terrible with names.
No, that's all right. I'll remind you. But lots of them iconic. So if people want to get in touch, and if they want to be dressed by Mary Martin, how do they do that?
They can go to my Instagram, marymartinlondon.com.
Very good.
No, at Mary Martin London. I'm really terrible with this.
We'll get in touch. We'll make sure it happens. Check that link below. You never go alone anywhere.
No.
You always bring some amazing people. Yeah. And it was your birthday. There's a celebration on the boat today. Who have you brought with you?
I've got Camp Moss, No.
Kate Moss.
No. Moss Camp featuring Abby, and she's gonna sing "Happy Birthday" to me because it's
Come on,
my
Abby.
birthday. Here she is, beautiful. Abby.
Whoa!
Can I just say?
There you go. Stand in the middle there.
Oh no. I met Abby one day. She was young. She was 14 when I met her, and she was going through something, and I helped her through it. And years later, we've got back together, and she's gonna do the "Happy Birthday" for me today. So, take it away, Abby.
Gonna get off this song.
Yeah. Oh. So
Oh,
there
no,
you
we'll
go.
fill this little bit of airtime. Thank you for. And by the way, whilst you're still doing this, now is the time to subscribe because you could join us on this boat. Every week, we're going to pick one lucky subscriber to the Andrew Eborn Show. You'll come and be eaten and fed. No, you won't be eaten, but you can come. You might be. Heaven knows how this night might turn out. But you can eat, you can drink, you can be merry, you can dance with the great and the good. Oh, yeah, it's all right. It's all right. It's going to be good. You can do that. You can join us. Have you got your music? You plugged it in? 2 seconds.
I must say the food is very, very nice.
It is very good.
This beautiful woman.
Yes.
The food is amazing.
Oh, no, it's absolutely incredible. So, Mary, just while we're waiting for your singer, it's only happy birthday. She can sing a cappella. What I love it. Tell us what's going to happen next. You can tell me what's going to happen next because you've got a number of events coming up.
Yeah, I've got African Fashion Week coming up in August, end of August. I have that's the African map, the map of Africa.
Well spotted, Danny Lambo. He knows his geography. This is Danny Lambo. Have a look at him. He knows his geography, Danny. Come and sorted. Well done.
These are my jewelry from the LA Kingdom, my Queen jewelry.
Right.
That's it.
So you get your own jewelry as a result of being the
They
Queen?
give you the jewelry, they have it made for
Oh,
you.
that's nice.
So you know it's royalty.
Oh, very good.
Yeah, you know it's royalty.
Do people have to curtsy when they meet you now?
Well, you should really.
Well, we can do. We're happy to do that.
It's okay.
So tell me then. Now you're a royal.
Yeah.
Tell me about the privileges that you get, and what does it mean for the particular area where you are queen?
It's very serious.
Yes.
And you're well respected. The place where I come from is Mafi Anfoy in Volta region, 17,000 people in the village. And you're very well respected. They look after you. When I go to the village, they taste the food before I eat the food.
But you don't get poisoned?
Oh, yeah.
Have they poisoned some kings or queens in history?
Well, I don't know.
Well,
I don't know. But I'm here, so.
Oh, good.
obviously not.
Okay. Good heavens. It's a big risk.
Obviously not. And that's it.
But you're also helping some underprivileged people as well.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I've been in the community in London, underprivileged community, helping the young children, teaching them to sew, the young children, the adults. I'm just everywhere, helping everybody. And also, we'll be building a creative village in Mafianfoy, a creative centre for the underprivileged kids and the children that don't have any school or anywhere to go.
Well, I think that's absolutely wonderful. If
Thank
people
you.
want to support your initiative, and I'm sure they will, how can they get in touch?
Well, they'll have to get in touch with me at Mary Martin London on their Instagram.
Well, do that. It is such a worthwhile cause, raising money and awareness as always.
Exactly.
And I think now that you've learned the words to Happy
He's
Birthday,
ready.
we'll fill it.
She's learned the words.
We're filling them. Are you ready?
Are you
Go on then.
ready?
Introduce her again then for Mary Martin's birthday. Who is this?
And this is Moss Camp featuring Abby.
Classic song, and that classic song, Happy Birthday!
Classic remake of a song, Happy Birthday.
This is wonderful. This is wonderful. Here we go.
Turn up the volume. Turn the volume up.
That's okay.
No, it's not. It's not on.
To
That's it.
Oh, yeah. Show me the money.
birthday, happy birthday,
Come on.
happy birthday to
Woo!
you.
Brilliant. Come on!
It's finished.
Wonderful. And you've got your own song as well. Here we go. Let's hear this.
Happy birthday to Mary.
Yeah.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Mary.
Woo!
Let's go.
Woo!
Let's go.
Happy birthday to you.
Woo!
Get to you. Happy
Hayley,
birthday.
come on, Hayley.
Woo!
You'll be leading the dancing. Go, girl.
Another year's Christmas is coming for you.
Woo!
Birthday. It's your time now. Look
The years passed and you got thanks now. You ain't made it.
Woo!
You got the chance now. Take a chance, do it different. It's your season.
Woo!
Celebrate this with ya. If you're on your own, believe that next one will be different. Take a picture, celebrate who's with ya. You ain't on your own, he'll always help you. Happy birthday to you. Celebrate the time that is given to you. Happy birthday to you. Another year has passed, more is coming for you. And it's your birthday, you know it's true. No one can take that away from you. It's your birthday, you know it's true. Happy birthday, it's your birthday, you know it's true. No one can take that away from you. It's your birthday, you know it's true. Happy birthday!
Thank you very much indeed to Mary Martin, your wonderful guest. It is on. This is the great joy of it.
One
more time then for the wonderful Mary Martin.
Hey! Moscamp.
And Moscamp.
Abbey.
Fantastic. How can they find out more about you?
Well, the track will be coming out on June 26th on all major platforms.
On more platforms than Paddington.
Yes.
That's what they say. Brilliant stuff. Do look out for that. We're going to take a quick break. Do join us next time. We're going to be back in a few minutes with the unforgettable Elvis Presley. He's in the building. Oh, well, hello, and a very warm welcome back to the Andrew Eborn Show, live on the Thames with a galaxy indeed of stars, and you could be here. All you have to do is to subscribe. We're going to do that. We're going to pick a lucky winner. Click that subscribe button now. Follow me at Andrew Eborn, at Octopus TV, and I can tell you that my next guest, Elvis, is indeed in the building. Good to see you.
Good to see you, Andrew. Good to see you.
It's always a pleasure. Now, tell me, I won't give your real name away, because Elvis Smelvis
Schmelvis.
is how they find it.
Schmelvis.
Schmelvis.
SHMELVIS.
I love it. And you have got all sorts of accolades for being the best Elvis impersonator in the UK. How did that come about?
About the best, certainly, hopefully, up there.
Okay.
Up there.
But you're Guinness World Record winner.
I've got two Guinness World Records.
And what are they for?
One is for about 2006 or something. I led about 100 Elvises, all singing "Viva Las Vegas" at the same time in Selfridges. Yeah.
What is the plural of Elvis? It's not
Elvi.
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 I thought Elvi. would be
We all sang "Viva Las Vegas" together
Right.
in Selfridges. They closed the store.
Yes.
And they had the escalators zigzagged with Elvises, and I was at the top of my guitar leading them.
Brilliant.
And we got the most number of Elvises together singing "Viva Las Vegas" at any one time.
And what I love, you can get Elvi
Elvi.
from anywhere in the world. So there's an Indian one, there's a Chinese
Yes.
one. What's the most unusual one you've met?
Oh, I don't know about unusual, but I mean, well, there's girl Elvises for a
What are
start.
they
There
called?
are, what they call. There's Elvis the girl.
Elvis the girl.
I can't remember the other two.
Is that how it works?
Oh, Elvisa.
Elvisa's
There's an
good, and
Elvisa.
Elvisa's nice.
And there's another couple as well.
Elvet sounds
I
nice,
haven't
isn't
heard
it?
of an Elvet. There probably is an Elvet
There is
somewhere.
have you met any of the Elvis family?
I've not met any of the actual family, but I've met his suit maker,
Oh, okay.
who passed away a couple of years ago, sadly, but I knew him quite well.
And who's the suit maker? What's the
His
name?
name was Bill Ballou,
Bill Ballou.
and he actually designed and made all of Elvis's jumpsuits.
Oh, fantastic.
And he did all the intricate, all the stones and everything. He designed them. He also designed for the Osmonds and back in the
love it.
70s, David Cassidy and all people like that. And he did all the Elvis jumpsuits. I actually ordered some from him, and I met him at an Elvis convention in Rotterdam. He was actually there, and he remeasured me and made some adjustments for me. And
Did he have to make many adjustments? Are you about the same size as Elvis was?
approximately, I think Elvis is slightly taller than me.
Okay.
But approximately the right size. But when you have these suits made, you basically send them all the instructions on they tell you measure from here to here and here to here and here to here and round the crotch and back up and then they make the basic white suit. and then you try it on at home, and then it comes from the States.
Best doing it on home rather than in the park.
Exactly. And then you say, well, it's a little bit tight under the arm,
Yes.
so it's a little bit long. You send it back, and they make the adjustments. They put the stones on, and then send it back. And the import duty is about the same price as the suit.
That is the problem. I've had Donna Presley on my show, his cousin, and she tells a very different story about Elvis the man. They say a lot of the people have got it wrong about the drugs and the other bits and pieces. What's your theory?
I like to think that the drugs he took were all prescribed. I'm pretty sure they were. I don't think he was, out snorting cocaine and the rest of it like other certain rock stars. But who knows what happened behind closed doors? A lot of people say that he was. A lot of people say he wasn't. I don't think we'll ever actually know. But it's, in my opinion, they were all prescribed drugs. He took too many of them. And obviously the doctors, when Elvis said, I want this, that and the other, if Elvis wanted something, Elvis got it. And that obviously resulted in his ultimate demise. Because had the doctors and his closest friends actually said something at the time, then possibly he'd still be with us today.
And very tragic. Well, he died only aged 42.
He did, yeah.
You're going to be, without being delicate about it,
64.
64. so you've got, good heavens, 22 years on Elvis.
Exactly.
How does that work?
Well, it was weird. When I got to 42, I thought, am I still going to be here next year? And sure enough, I kept singing, and I still am. So, at some point, no one wants to be too old an Elvis impersonator. At the moment, I dye my hair, so it's...
You don't?
Funnily enough. So while I can still dye my hair and still, the knees are going a bit, but I can still do some moves.
You can do the moves, okay.
Hopefully got the voice, people are still coming to see my show, so I'll keep going.
And they do, you're incredibly popular. In fact, you do the River Elvis cruise as well on a regular basis.
Yes. That's every month there's an Elvis dinner cruise up and down the Thames from Westminster Pier and back, and I am the Elvis.
Oh, fantastic.
So,
and what's been your wildest moment, if you like, a fan encounter as Elvis?
I did a gig with Brian May, which was great, yeah.
What was that? Tell me about that.
Well, I'm actually, in my other life, I'm actually a photographer.
Okay.
And we run a studio, and Brian contacted us to do, because he's not only a rock star, he's also an astronomer, but he also saves badgers.
Oh, does
and a
yes,
few years
right.
ago, he was on a crusade to save badgers and stop them being killed when bovine TB was around. And I was the photographer that was asked to cover the marches with him through London, which we did very well. He then asked me to go basically around the country with him, filming him, videoing, interviewing him, photographing him. And then when he found out that I was an Elvis as well, he said, why don't you come and do a gig with me?
Brilliant.
So, okay, I'll be delighted to. Let me just think about it for a moment, Yes, Brian, I will. So I did. It was at Guildford Cathedral, and it was great. And Katrina and the Waves were there as well.
Oh, we love it, Katrina.
Yeah.
A big thing. Big shout out for Katrina.
Hello,
Katrina.
Katrina. Remember me from the gig?
We remember 1997. Come on. Love, shine a light. We remember that. It's going to be good.
Yeah. So, there was the Trogs there as well.
I love it.
Brian,
love the Trogs.
and we all performed, and it was wonderful.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Fantastic stuff. Well, we're going to hear you sing now, live. You could be here to hear him sing live. For copyright reasons, you're not going to hear him this time, but it's going to be very good. We're going to take a quick break while you get ready. But for now, thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
Well done. Thank you all. Huge round of applause to Elvis Schmelvis! And we're going to be hearing more from him a little bit later. I'll tell you what, the diversity we have on the Andrew Eborn show, from Elvis to the best economist on the regular. We share Times Radio on a regular early morning breakfast.
Absolutely.
We love it. Vicky Price, how is everything?
Well, in terms of the economy, it looks like oil prices are coming down, so that's good news. It looks like the cost of borrowing may be coming down soon. That will also be good, but unfortunately we still have quite a lot of inflation to deal with in the meantime. So today looks better. Tomorrow, who knows? Because of course, as you and I have been discussing a number of times, President Trump may change his mind tomorrow. But for the moment, it looks like there may be an extension of the ceasefire and something may be signed, which will be, great relief to loads of people.
And it's that incredible volatility, isn't that? How one man, effectively, President Trump, by just a tweet or a Truth Social post, can basically alter the market by some significant amount of money.
It's absolutely true, and it's been the case, of course, since he was elected for the second time. And what has happened, of course, in the meantime, we've got to bear in mind that between when he was president first time round and now, we had COVID. And during that period, interestingly enough, and then we had the war in Ukraine, and oil prices going up. The US was quite isolated from all this because they were doing, first of all, they are self-sufficient in oil and gas, in oil in particular, but also they have loads of LNG, which they're selling to the rest of us. But also it's a big market. They didn't have the supply chain issues that all the rest of us had. So if you look at where they are now, by comparison to where they were pre-COVID, there's something like 15% up in GDP. Germany, less than 1%. So you can just see how the power has changed. And then you've got China, of course, which saw no decline in the first year of COVID. What the US saw was a very small one. We saw much bigger ones. And since then, they've been growing at 4 to 5% per annum. So it's not very surprising that what's happened is that all the rest of us have been squeezed in the middle and really not doing particularly well. So the balance of power has changed. We can't do anything very much unless Europe gets its act together. And as far as the UK is concerned, being a little island, well,
Yes.
maybe we don't think it's that little, but quite a small island by comparison to the US and China, and not being part of the EU, really means that we've got a really hard time ahead.
Absolutely. And Starmer's very keen for us to get closer to the EU. They've resisted him a little bit so far. What would that mean?
So.
Yes.
Well, they want some payment for it. I mean, we have joined by paying a little bit more the Horizon program, which has to do with cooperation in universities and research more generally. We've rejoined the Erasmus program, which allows young people to go and spend periods studying in other universities, which is really good news. In all those cases, we had to contribute something. Now we'd like very, very much pleased to be part of the defense procurement system that they have set up, the SAFE system, as they call it. Well, they're saying, yes, if you pay. And we're saying, well, that sounds rather a lot. But when we were members of the EU, we had to pay for it all. The interesting thing about the UK, because of its strengths, universities, defense, and lots of other areas, is that it was always getting more back from that investment than lots of other countries. So we were, in fact, rather privileged. So if we just remind people that this is how it was, let's just do the best we can in terms of getting closer. We also want to get closer in terms of taking away some of the impediments to trade. We've asked if we can be members of the single market for goods, but obviously cherry picking is not a good idea. The Europeans say if you want to be part of the single market for goods, can you also have to be part of the single market for everything, and we may not even then let you do so, but of course that will mean freedom of movement of people, capital, and so on. So that's where we are at present. And the other interesting thing is that the contenders for the prime ministership are all quite keen to get closer to Europe.
Who would your money be on?
Well, I don't know. From what I understand, it's still pretty on the knife edge, I guess.
Yes.
For Andy Burnham in terms of getting elected. But we have to look at the opinion polls, and I haven't really looked at them sort of today. But it's only because Reform, of course, has been rather strong in that area. So who knows? So I'm not making any predictions. I have not seen the latest polls. I don't know whether there's been anything today. But I know that there have been loads of people going up and canvassing for him.
Yes.
And hopefully they will collect some data.
Absolutely. When I saw Andy down in Cannes, he promised he's going to come on the show to reveal his true mettle.
That would be very interesting.
It'd be very interesting. You're also a brilliant author. And I always, every time you come on my show, give you the opportunity to talk about some of your books. Tell me about the various books that you've written.
Well, the latest one is called Mismanaged Decline, and it looks at how we've moved since the Industrial Revolution, particularly when we were, in fact, first in the world, and then how we slowly saw this deindustrialization, losing the colonies and all that sort of stuff. And since the Second World War, we've really struggled. It may not look like it when you see how people have become richer and so on, but by comparison to other countries, particularly, of course, the US, which grew and grew, and then China, we have been left behind. So that book looks at how you can reverse some of that. Some of the policies that we have seen, including very recently, have been very anti-business, and that's a big issue. And it's one of the things, of course, that Tony Blair is writing about. He's just done his 5,600 words. I can't quite, because I haven't actually counted all the words, whether it's 5,600 or 5,700,
right,
which seems to be the sort of defining difference.
Yes.
But he's saying that we should really do what we can in terms of helping business, and a lot of the things that have been put in place, including the employment, I'm guessing is what he also would like to see, the new sort of employment law, which is making it harder to fire people, and also the rise in minimum wage and everything else that we have seen, which of course is making businesses find extra costs that they have to cover, and therefore they're not employing people as they did before. Those things need to probably be looked at. And also he he had a dig at the climate change policies. So all that, strangely, as we know, because I'm not a political person, but it seems to have united all the other contenders against him, which is really rather interesting, as people have been saying, wow, they all think the same, more or less, about what Tony Blair said. But I think it's important to have that type of debate, where the Labour Party should be going next. After all, they are the ruling party, and we depend on them possibly for the next couple of years still.
Well, absolutely right. People are going to be watching this a little bit scared, if you like. I always talk about change. I always say the most important change is the change in their pocket. Can you give any words of comfort to people watching at the moment?
Well, I have some change in my pocket.
Well, that's good.
It sort of rattles. I always carry a little bit. Don't tell anyone that is the case. Only because there are times when it's easy to do so. But actually, change in your pockets matters because people are finding it hard to budget because prices are going up. And if you know what you're spending, there's been quite a lot of work done on this analysis on people's spending habits. But actually, people A, they need that to understand what's going on, and B, because they're now feeling quite concerned and uncertain about the future. We've seen savings rates being quite high still, so people are holding on to it, and interest rates are quite high, so they're not necessarily going out to spend. Having said that, we've had such fantastic weather. I would be astonished if we don't end up with some of the data for retail spending being quite high.
Okay.
And that pubs, which have been, of course, in the spotlight because they have seen quite a lot of extra cost added to them, and pubs closing across the country, might in fact have seen better times recently. And of course, we have all these football games. We're going to have World Cup. So, perhaps we shouldn't be too despondent from that point of view. But what will people then do when they actually start feeling the increase in energy costs, which is already beginning to happen as of the 1st of July, or will be happening until the 1st of July, and what will happen through the autumn? That's going to be the really tricky time. And then everyone is going to start looking at what the Chancellor, if it is still Rachel Reeves, is going to do. Are they going to be increasing taxes? Because, of course, a lot of what they were collecting has been eaten away because of all the things that have been going on, subsidies to individuals to shield them from everything that's happening, cutting some of the costs even for household bills on net zero. Is the taxpayer who pays for it? Where is all the money going to come from? Benefits, one of the issues they have to look at how they're increasing. So will they raise taxes again? And what will happen if there is indeed a challenge for the Prime Minister? So I think a lot of that uncertainty is going to start creeping in towards the end of the summer. But let's hope for sunshine.
We'll certainly hope for sunshine. And Vicky Price, always a pleasure to see you. I look forward to seeing you at a ridiculous time in the morning on Times Radio. But for now, thanks very much indeed.
Thank you.
We're going to take a break. When we come back, there's going to be more from the fashion world. And also, we've got Bobby Davro. Well, a very warm welcome back to the Andrew Eborn Show with me, Andrew Eborn, and my wonderful guests. We are joined by some of the best in the industry. We have some fantastic. Bobby Davro is going to be coming on a little bit later, but in the meantime, he's had a choppy ride. We've already seen his vol au vents have made a reappearance. I'm joined now by Amar. You could have dressed up, Amar.
I would have done. I'm sorry. I apologise. I didn't realise it was a flat shoe event.
Oh, we love it. You've got your heels on. Who wears heels on a boat?
Me.
I can tell you we've already lost not only one mobile phone, but also a shoe as well by wonderful fashion designers.
And a hat.
And has a hat gone as well?
A hat has gone as well.
So people can go fishing now. And if you recover any of those, you'll be very welcome back. And if you haven't subscribed yet, do subscribe to the Andrew Eborn Show. Next week, we're going to have one of you on this very vessel. Amar, we've known each other for a number of years.
We have.
You've been involved with some fantastic projects, including curating some of the finest hotels. Tell me about those.
I've created some of, as you said, curated finest hotels. I work with the Mandrake, I work with the Hilton, and we created never-done-before experiences. But we met at the Mandrake.
We did.
And we had some great events there.
Fantastic.
And do you remember Jade? She sent her love.
Oh, how lovely is that? That'll mean everything to Jade and nothing to the rest of you.
No, to you, it should remind you Velcro.
Oh, it was. Good heavens.
I remember. She told me to send her love. She was here last weekend.
Love it. Love it.
But she said, I remember, Andrew, and Velcro. You're planning Velcro clothing. Well, I don't know why, but that's what they were planning.
We love it. It's got to be. Rip it up and start again.
No, exactly, yes.
It's got to be good. So you've moved on from the Mandrake now. You've got another new exciting project. Tell me about that.
I have and I do. It's called Gadian Angels. It's a dark comedy about what happens when the last 40 years since gays died from AIDS and various other things, where they went. They didn't go to heaven, they didn't go to hell. They actually got scaped into a desperate housewives looking gayscape. Beige with beige Lexuses and everything else in the driveway, but all curated by a guy called Gaymar. I can't imagine where I came up with that name. But yes, and since then, God and the devil realize today someone's heart breaks and they need to help the gays. So they decide the best way to do it is to deploy Gadian Angels.
Fantastic stuff. And tell me then, because
Yes.
this is at the early stages.
It is.
I went along to a read-through at one of your wonderful hotels. Tell me what you need and how people at home can help.
We're
How
in,
good is that? My usual commission, by the way.
we need development funding. It's an LGBTQ project, but it's got life and acceptance all across the board. We also have the idea that we want it to be a very brand heavy and strong influence from the 1980s. We all live that life, we all live through it. So yes, funding is our main objective, but we also need love, acceptance and peace, and we need us all to remember that Gadians, just like Guardians, are there to guide us, help us and keep us safe.
Fantastic. A lovely
And
note.
it's a TV series.
What I love is Swim over here, because this is somebody who's telling him he's forgotten to mention the sponsors. He's forgotten to mention it's a TV thing. Who are you?
Hi, I'm Angela of Feely Films.
Feely Film?
Feely Films.
What's
yeah.
that?
Feely Films is my production company, and myself and Amar co-created, co-written the TV series Gadian Angels.
What else did he forget to mention?
Our lovely sponsors of our TV launch, which was King of Soho.
That was nice. That was a little gin. Do drink responsibly.
Drink responsibly and drink King of Soho.
Oh, I love it. All necessarily committed. Lovely to see you, Amar. A pleasure as always. Thank you very much
you so
indeed. And we'll see you next time. Very good.
Thank you.
Wait, we've also got my very good friend Tia. Come over here, who's doing her own show. While we do all of this sort of stuff.
Let me pass over.
We love it. There you go. Oh, look at you. We're all lined up over there, so we can make sure. Oh, you're going to mic me up. So I'm doing like you can hold.
I feel a bit stuck in the middle. Bye.
It's well done. I love it. I love it. Subtly done. Isn't that good?
I know. I'm a professional.
We have shared more platforms than Paddington.
We have, in fact. I ate all the sandwiches, so Paddington couldn't have any.
I realise that. You and the marmalade. It's all going to be
I
good.
do love some marmalade.
You and I are determined to put the AI into Britain.
Yes.
And every time on the Andrew Eborn Show, we've been looking at some of those glorious innovations. You want to discuss a few today. Tell me about them.
Okay, so as you know, AI is here. It is the transformational tool that neurodiverse people need. Because these days, you can be a solopreneur. You can have AI agents running your business for you. If you don't know how to code, it doesn't matter. We've got vibe coding. And as long as you've got some decent data, you're rocking and rolling. By vibe coding, what I mean is you can use something like OpenAI's ChatGPT to write your code, then put it into Claude to do planning, and then before you know it, you've got yourself a business. You could literally start booking.com. I myself started a publishing company, right, with zero code. I'm using Airtables, API to Lovable, and then from that I'm using CaptureFlow in order to turn it into social media posts and then post it. I'm doing a deal with CaptureFlow at the moment to API the content straight away. And then if I want to actually run the other side of my business and I don't want to pay UK wages, I'm using a brand called Remotely.
Okay.
You know I'm all about people getting fair wages and money. Well, in the Philippines, a lot of the time when you use a VA, they're not getting any sort of like sickness pay or anything like that, and they don't have an NHS. Now, a brand called Remotely contacted me and were like, we will literally find you staff, they will be on your payroll, you'll be paying their pension, you'll be paying their like healthcare, and they will be working for your brand, trained in your way, but they will actually be part of your company abroad, and we will start that company for you. And I was like, wow, that sounds amazing.
It does sound amazing. And what I love about it, we're going to send all the links to those sort of things. Yes. Every week, or actually every day, there's new companies popping up in the AI space. You mentioned about neurodiversity.
Yes.
And another passion of yours.
A
lot of the people, Errol Musk is a good friend of mine.
Yes.
In fact, I'm going to his 80th birthday next week.
Doesn't look old enough.
I know. But his son Elon, whatever happened to him? But a lot of people on the spectrum are some of the most talented people. Tell me about your involvement with that and why neurodiversity is so important to you.
When I was at music, I went back to music school when I was 40, and I did some research doing my master's when I was 48. I've spent 8 years at music school. Gotta say, I loved it. And what I realised is that about 67% of my university were actually diagnosed with neurodiversity, not self-diagnosed, like real bits of paper. And the suicide rates are phenomenal. 1% of the UK population is autistic. 11% of all suicides are autistic people. 34% of all hospitalised people that have tried suicide are autistic. That is outrageous. Absolutely outrageous. Now, I started a publishing company called The Context, and I trained up a young man. It's a political journal, and I trained up a young man to run it who is fully autistic, and he now calls me and goes, I have purpose, I'm doing something I want, the business is actually making money, because it's politics, people buy advertising. And he was very talented and very, very capable. If anything, in 4 days, he would get done what a normal member of staff would do in 2 weeks.
Right. It is amazing. And what I
Jump
want to
rabbit
do,
holes.
I know, absolutely. And it used to be a real stigma about mental illness. And I want us to be the generation that talks about it.
Yes.
So the next generation doesn't suffer that stigma.
And it's not a mental illness, it's a superpower. Yeah. Now, what works, they're the canary in the coal mine. What works for my ADHD friends, my autistic friends, my Tourette's friends, it works for everyone.
Yeah.
These are the facts. I myself have had EEGs done, and once I had my EEG done, I knew what worked for me and what didn't. Now, the bit of my brain that remembers words as a songwriter is 7%.
Right.
I'm never going to be that person that's going to do covers on stage. But what I am is an improv jazz artist. I work with a free-time band. You can't record my stuff. I jump on stage, give me 5 words, and I'm going to make you a song.
Fantastic.
And as we know, you can throw me anywhere, and I've got the lyrics.
Fantastic. It's a beautiful segue into our next guest.
Who is our next guest?
Our
next
next
guest
guest is a neurodivergent magician, a fellow member of the Magic Circle, Adam B. Welcome to the Andrew Eborn Show.
Oh, thank you.
And this is Thea. There you go. Meet Thea.
Adam.
Thank you so
Fantastic.
much.
And you can swap microphones.
Oh, yeah.
There you go.
Oh,
look at you.
Oh, thank
She's
you.
It's very good.
Thank you so much. You can
Very
be on
good.
my show.
Thea will be coming up with more guests later on in the series, so do join us for that.
Such a professional setup
Isn't
here.
that-
It's
I love it.
wonderful.
I love it. It's so good to see you. And don't forget, you can subscribe to the Andrew Eborn Show. Do that, because we're going to be picking somebody to come and join us on the boat next time. Adam.
Andrew.
You've been embracing your neurodiversity.
Absolutely.
Tell me how you first got diagnosed.
So I was diagnosed pretty much before I can remember, really. I think I was probably around about 5 years old when I was diagnosed with ADHD. And that has been, it's followed me through my entire life. I've always understood that I thought differently from everyone else, but I never quite understood what that meant. So there was a long period of, I have no idea how to fit in. I have no idea. I can't seem to have the same conversations as other people might have, just because my brain isn't wired that way. And it wasn't till I was about 18, 20, until I sort of figured out that, okay, my brain is different in this way. These are the things I can do. These are the things I can't do. And it took me a heck of a long time to figure that out. But magic has been my main, we call it hyperfixation, my thing, as it were. So that has sort of become my way of interacting and communicating with the world. So I went up to the Edinburgh Fringe for the first time a couple of years ago.
Yes, absolutely.
I was doing my show called Welcome to My Reality, which was a tour through the mind of a neurodivergent magician. I was there last year and the year before. And it's amazing how many people have come through into this show not thinking of themselves as neurodivergent, but they've come up to me after the show and gone, this thing that you were talking about, that really hit home. I might need to go and just have a look at my own thought patterns. And it feels like it's helped some people realize that, yeah, they might be a little bit neurospicy as well. And that's okay. Right, we don't have, luckily nowadays, we don't have quite the same stigma as...
I know, absolutely, and I think that's why I'm so keen to talk about it on the Andrew Eborn Show, because what happened, it is a superpower, as you say before. So tell me how that's changed, if you like, your perception of how to do magic for the world.
So I can only really compare myself to how I've seen other magicians do it. There's a lot of magicians out there, they will do, the magic is about the magic, which for me, it's a great way of doing it. There have been fantastic magicians that do that. For me, my magic has always got to be about something more than the magic.
Right.
So, for example, there is a bit in my show. So I have these things called tics or twitches. Nowadays, some of you may call them stims. I've always called them tics or twitches. And what a tic or a twitch essentially is, it's a build-up of energy in my body. There's only certain ways I can release it. So, in fact, whenever I'm off camera, I've been folding my fingers like this, or my lip has started going, or I'm throwing my head. Essentially, if I'm left alone with my thoughts for too long, I start to look like a malfunction in Disney animatronic. And one of the ways that I found to deal with my tics is by tying knots. So I got really good at tying knots. So good, I was like, I can put it into a magic trick in the show, and it's a big part of that show to be able to go, here's a little piece of how my mind works. There you go.
Fantastic. Okay, well, you're going to show us something. We're going to take a quick break while we get that set up. Do not touch that dial. I'm here with the incredible Bobby Daveritt. Welcome to the Andrew Eborn Show.
It's nice to have a booking so soon after Christmas.
Nice.
It's the real Bobby Daveritt. It's not a tribute act. It really is me, the only entertainer from the 80s that hasn't been arrested.
Yes.
Who said yet?
Thank you.
Now, something to be here.
Everyone's a winner. And what I love is it's all about through the adversity. And you've had some tough times,
I
haven't you?
had some tough times. As happened, I had a stroke about 2 years ago, but I think I'm all right now. I have to take one tablet every day. That's the only thing. Every day for the rest of my life, just the one tablet. And he's only given me 6 tablets.
And this is what I love about it, because you bring comedy to all that adverse situation.
Well, yeah, you got to. Laughter is the best medicine. Unless you've got erectile dysfunction, and that's just cruel, basically, isn't it? I have got something else wrong with me. I've had a problem. This will be an exclusive. I was in the shower the other day, and you have to, my age, because I'm pushing 50 now, and I'm pushing it, I'm dragging it. Do you know how old I am?
You're 47.
Oh, I like you, yeah, but I'm 68 in September.
No.
I am, but I can still touch my toes.
It's all right.
With my testicles, but that doesn't matter. And talking of which, I was in the shower, and you've got to check yourself. Now, you get to our age, right? And I discovered a small, ugly lump on my testicles. Yeah, it's okay. It turns out it was my cock. Can we say that on this channel? And that blister on the end of it, it wasn't a blister. It was Hayley Palmer's contact lens.
I thank you.
I'm only joking. You got a name check there, lovely Hayley.
Such a love all of that. But you have actually.
I've got something wrong. Yeah, I've got prostate cancer.
Right.
And that was diagnosed a bit shitty, really, isn't it? All can't say shitty. All said it twice now. Anyway, I've got it. But I think it's going to be all right. I think it's sort of mid-range, and I'm taking all the injections and stuff, and I've got the tablets, and it's not a nice thing to have to.
And I always admire people in the public eye, such as yourself, who will turn around and talk about, because it helps other people. And I think we've actually got a call from New York. We've got a call from New York.
Who could it be?
Let's have a look. Can we hear them? Can we switch the microphone on? Hang on. We'll come back. Somebody switch the mic on. So tell me that. I don't know, but somebody's phoned in from New York. Can somebody sort that? Elvis, sort that out. There we go. Very good.
It could have been the president.
It could have been the president, but I was told we had a call from New York. We're going to sort out the technical later. But because people will be watching this.
Yes.
Talk to me about, first of all, the diagnosis and how you coped. What steps you took, which will help others to do the same.
Well, I was very lucky, actually. I was very lucky. A friend of mine said, "Have you had a PSA test?" And I hadn't had a PSA test. Well,
hang about. We've got the guy from New York. Okay.
Very unimportant. Who is it?
No, there we go. So who we got? We got a call from New York. Who's this? Hello.
Hello. Hi there, buddy.
Yes.
I just wanted to say I'm really impressed. I followed you. I love the work you do. But listen, I want you to riddle me this. I understand you're with Bobby Daveritt.
We're here with the wonderful Bobby.
Who are we speaking to?
Hello there. So just riddle me this, guys. Okay. So in 1970, I think, yeah.
I never touched her.
November the 5th, 1970.
November 5th, 1970.
Firework night.
I was walking along the road with my father.
Yes.
This road was called Reedfield Road.
Yes, it was. Yes. Yeah, so I was down there. Yeah, that's where I lived.
Familiar with any of you there?
Yeah, me. It's me.
The thing is that
I was born there.
Suddenly, in front of us on the pathway, there was this guy fork.
Yes.
It looked like it had been discarded. It was a dummy guy fork.
I remember that. Yeah.
And as we approached it, it was just completely motionless, and then it moved.
It's me, I'm afraid.
It was you.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, yeah, it was.
When he spoke to it,
Do you remember those little masks we used to have? What? No, I didn't. What? I didn't. You have to put a pound in the hat.
So let me get my people are telling me that is this Stephen Crossley? Does the name Stephen Crossley mean something?
It does remind me. Yeah, Stephen Crossley. Were you living down there? Did you live down Reedswell Road?
I was living down there.
Yeah, I remember that name. I remember the name.
I knew your whole family there.
Yeah.
In actual fact, you may also remember Bobby, or Robert, shall I say, as you will.
Robert, that's lovely that you remembered my name.
You actually came to my rescue. I was a little boy. I'm a bit younger than you, and I was being strangled. By a bully.
Oh gosh!
Because I'd taken the limelight away from him. Yeah.
Yeah.
He was entertaining a group of girls.
What was his name? What was his name? What was his name?
We won't mention his name there, okay? But the bottom line is that girls called out for Bobby, Batman, and he came along, and let's just say the boy stopped strangling me.
Yes.
Let's put it that way.
You were a hero.
I'm a hero. Yeah.
You're the hero. That is a great story.
It's a great story. Stephen Crossley, I remember that name.
My father, bless his soul,
yes,
turned when we saw this dummy Guy Fawkes.
Yeah.
Said that boy is born to entertain.
Oh, that's so nice, Stephen. That's lovely.
We watched him, as we all know now, as Bobby Davro, and sure he was there to entertain, and he's done a great job. He's done a great.
Nearly 50 years now, Stephen.
Yeah, I owe that to you, my friend.
Oh, that's okay.
You really stepped in that day, and of course it scarred me, but I remember your actions.
Yeah, fantastic.
The hero, my friend.
There you go. Well done, Bobby Davro.
Oh,
Stephen, thank you very much indeed. Thank you for calling. There we go.
Are you well? Happy? Are you happy and healthy, Stephen?
Oh, he's gone. There we go.
He's gone.
But you can catch up with him later. And he tells me, wasn't that lovely? He said it was 30 years ago. Very good. We're live on stage.
Yeah,
oh no, that's all right. You're very good. Very good.
She used to put my clothes on. She used to
put your clothes on.
It was a London
Did they
weekend.
fit
It was a
you?
London weekend at the BBC.
Well, there we go. This was the dresser. Were you Bobby's dresser?
Was it a London weekend television? Was it?
Darling for another studio.
Oh,
yeah.
It's like a reunion for me.
So it is a reunion. So to stay where you are, tell everybody what your name is. Where are you?
What's your name? You're only a small one.
Tell everybody what your name is.
Oh, darling, Cyan Lloyd Jones.
Cyan.
Yeah.
And you used to dress Bobby?
Yes, she was a Granada.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah.
And what? There you go. This has been a... You're welcome back.
You. Oh, how lovely of you.
This is like a Cilla Black moment. I love it.
Be careful when you go. Mind your head on the coffee table. You might have to Snow White and the other six. See, yeah, that is.
I know, isn't that good?
Isn't it wonderful?
So, do you remember Stephen then? So, he said that he grew up with them, right?
Stephen, yeah, Stephen Crosby.
But you were talking about your own diagnosis. We were talking about prostate cancer, which affects a lot of people. So, really brave for you to talk about it.
Well, you've got an exclusive there because I haven't really made it public. But you've got to do really, and I'm gonna get through it. It's not, in fact, people. I think 1 in 2. 1 in 3 men get it. I don't know what the odds are, but a lot of men actually have it.
I think they say it's 1 in 4 black men and 1 in 8 other people.
Oh.
Basically, and they were talking about whether people should be pre-screening. And what they've said this week, I'd be interested in your opinion, what they said this week is not worth it because you can get prostate cancer and live with it.
Yes, you don't die. A lot of people don't die of they die with it. That's what I'm told.
Yeah.
But, I'm going to battle away. I'm having all the injections and everything, and it's fantastic, and you've got to look after it. So they're going to do the screening. Is it going ahead?
No, they've decided not to because they don't want to worry people.
Oh,
they say
Keir Starmer, release the sausage.
But firstly, it's very brave of you to talk about it.
Yeah,
tell me about the experience then when you sat down with the doctor and they came back with the result.
Yes.
Tell me about that day.
Well, I went to my local GP and he gave me the thumbs up. And I think it was his thumbs anyway. And he said, I said, take your ring off. He said, that's my wristwatch. We do the gags, you see. And he felt my prostate. And then he said, it might be a bit swollen. So he said, I'll send you down for a blood test. So I went and had my blood test, and the PSA was 24. It was through the roof.
What should it be?
Well, something like 1.5 or 2. Okay. It was very high. And so I went in and saw the oncologist, is it?
Yes.
Is it
oncologist?
Oncologist,
Yes.
oncologist,
Yes.
something like that. And they said that I'd got the cancer, but it hadn't developed, it hadn't spread, which was good. So that's what I'm doing now, keeping it at bay. I'm taking all the tablets and a few injections and everything. So hopefully, fingers crossed.
Absolutely. So when you get that news, a lot of people will be in that sort of situation.
Terrifying.
It's terrifying about the future. Yes. What did they discuss with you in terms of options?
There are a lot of options now for prostate treatment. I'm going to have I've got to have these, what are they called? Steroids, steroid injections. And the other thing, but what it does, it takes away all the testosterone. And so it has an effect down there, and a bit of dust comes out of it now, unfortunately. It'd be dreadful to empty my Hoover bag. Anyway, it doesn't matter. And that's what I've got to contend with. And I haven't really, I haven't been using it lately anyway, so it's no harm. I'd rather be alive now than doing that.
And it's so brave of you to talk about it, because you're helping so many other people. Yeah. What would you say to the people watching now?
To the men,
yes.
Get the PSA test. Get it done. Make sure that you're okay. And if there's any sort of, I didn't have any sort of symptoms. I didn't have the symptoms, and so I think I'm going to be all right. Let's just take time. I've got a grandson now, and my little grandson changed my life. He's beautiful, he is, little Bodie, and I want to be there. I'd much rather be, be there for him.
And it is one. And you've done fantastic stuff. We'll talk about cancel culture another time. I did see you in Edinburgh, which is brilliant.
Yeah, you came up, didn't you?
I came up to see. I was there with Alison Jackson as well. You're back in Edinburgh this year.
Yes, I am, and it's good to see you got over the anorexia.
I got my own rights.
I love going up to Edinburgh, and we play that place. I'm sort of, as I said before, I'm the only one that ain't been arrested. I'm old school, and I think that people want those kind of jokes now. They certainly seem to like it up in Edinburgh, and there's audiences for everyone, and that's what it's about.
It is totally about that. Finally then, many years from now, when people remember Bobby Davro, and they say, we brought up a lot of people from your past.
You sounded a bit like, who did you sound like then? You sound like Nigel Farage. I have a lot of people.
How would you like...
Funny.
It's funny. How would you like the real Bobby Davro? They're all loving you. They love you over there on the Uber.
Look at that.
There you go. They love you. It's Bobby. It's Bobby
My
Davro.
girlfriend went on there the other week and she fell off in the river like that, and she won the Miss Wet T-shirt competition.
I thank you. How would you like the real Bobby Davro to be remembered?
Well, just how would you sum me up then? Really? I don't know. I'm an entertainer. I'm an entertainer, that's what it is. Impressions, still do the impressions, still doing the Donald, everyone's doing the Donald. It's a great thing to do, Donald. The Donald J. Trump. You know what the J stands for?
Go on then.
Genius. Yeah, impressions, and jokes. I'm an encyclopedia of jokes. I love telling jokes and just having a laugh. That's what it's all about. And being a nice person. And my father, when I was very young, he said, what do you want to be when you grow up? And my dad was a famous athlete. Did you know that?
No.
Bill Nankyville. That's my dad's name. He was British mile champion and ran in 2 Olympics, 48 and 52. So when I was about 10 years old, he said, what are you going to be when you grow up? I said, I want to be a comedian. And everyone laughed. Well, they're not laughing now, are they? No. And he said, listen, son, he said, if you want to be a comedian, if you can make just one person laugh, then you're rubbish. You've got to make a lot of people laugh. But he gave me the greatest advice, my old dad. Love him. He's up there now, looking down on me. He's not dead. He's very condescending. No, he is dead. What it was, he said, whatever you do in life, be a nice person. Yeah. I'm not religious. I'm an atheist, thank God. And he said, what you got to be in life, be confident. Open a few doors. It's a wonderful big deal. Always open a few doors. Get forward, put your foot. Don't be cocky, don't be arrogant, but be confident and open a few doors. Yeah. It didn't help him. He got sucked out of an aeroplane. There you go. But it's great. It's good to see you. You're looking really well.
It's been really good. And thank you for coming on board the boat. Hopefully you'll be a regular. We love having you. We're singing earlier. I know you're going to...
I'm going to do a little bit in a minute.
We're going to love all of that as well.
Have you sung?
I could never stop.
It's lovely. I did hear you singing. And if Van Gogh was alive today and he heard it, he'd cut his other ear off.
Thank you.
But no, we've had Elvis over there. It's my Elvis, my mate.
It was brilliant as well. It has been a fabulous night. You've been brilliant, Bobby Davro.
I loved it.
Thank you so much.
You too.
Brilliant stuff. We'll see you next time. Thank you, Bobby Davro.
Nice interview.
Wonderful. And exclusive, Bobby. Good luck with the keep us informed.
I
about
certainly will. You know, as I say, it's got to. It's being under control.
That's fantastic.
I'm confident.
Very good. We're going to continue partying here on the Peace and Love boat. It's been wonderful having you part of the show. Don't forget to subscribe because next time you could be here. Follow me at Andrew Eborn at Octopus TV on more platforms than Paddington. But for me, from Bobby and everybody else,
there's some illegals coming on. Look, hey, look, hey, I know him. I'm here. And this other mate, his mate, Amir as well. That's a cracker. And the other one, Amir as well as him.
Well, he's going to keep on cracking them. From all of us here, thank you very much. Good night.
Good night.